All right, so I am back in my normal setup now, just in time for Legends Limited Android 13's full kit to be posted. I just went through like a 26 plus hour travel session, so I'm not exactly in tip-top shape here, but we will continue with this video and get through this breakdown. Get an initial look here at what Android 13 is bringing to the table. And of course, tomorrow we have the standard summons, showcases, all that stuff. We also do, of course, know that not only are we getting the tag 14 and 15 as well, but we're also getting the Maj Oob supporter. Let's go. Android 13. Revive as Fusion Android 13 when KO'd. Legends Limited Android 13 joins the fight. Yeah, so they did post this reveal was just not done very well. They posted his animations like, I don't know, it was like 10 hours after they posted that the character was actually releasing. So they did show in the animations that he's actually going to be a revival character. All right, strengths. Incredible power against Goku. Okay, so yeah, they actually did give us like a bit of a teaser into what this guy's kit would kind of look like with the, I think it was the official Dragon Ball site actually posted this. This to me is a character that sounds like, at least based off of the little information that they provided to us, sounds like it's going to be our targeted counter towards Namek Goku. At this point, the 2-month rule, which is how I've coined it, I guess at this point, the 2-month rule is in effect. What is the 2-month rule? The 2-month rule is when a character is super dominant in the game, I usually give them a window of 2 months to basically be unchecked and just super dominant and unchecked for 2 months. Once 2 months have expired, we got to start getting like targeted counters into the game to kind of mix things up a little bit. So that's kind of where we're at with the 7th anniversary Ultras here. It's time to start getting some targeted counters to Namek Goku and Frieza. So this is what looks to me like our targeted Namek Goku counter. So I'm assuming he's going to be red, but we will see. All right, increase the damage received by all enemies if Goku is an enemy battle member. Okay, so it's against, I like that. You know why this is good? Because it just means the enemy has to have a Goku on their team, and then other characters that are not Goku are still going to be kind of crippled by that. So that is good, and that's something that's specifically good versus Namek Goku, because Namek Goku you can kind of just put on any team you want, and then KO guard is just accessible to the entire team. Plus, get boost to all damage and special move damage against enemy Goku that are also Super Saiyan. Exactly, yeah, this is... doesn't get much more targeted towards Namek Goku than this, unless they're going to now drop another Super Saiyan Goku. I've seen people bring up the Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku from this movie, which could make sense. We only have one of him in the game, and he's from 2019. So we could, we could get another one, but, I would assume this is for Namek Goku. Evolve type unique gauge. Consume and level up the unique gauge by returning to standby when it's full. Get powerful buffs based on the unique gauge's level when you use a strike, blast, or special arts. Okay, so this is only the second ever evolve type unique gauge we've seen. The other one is Evolution BLU Vegeta. So not a great track record, but we'll see. Number 3, revive and transform into Fusion Android 13 when defeated. Get a further boost to damage inflicted and damage guard when you revive, plus the unique gauge will now go up to level 5. You'll gain access to powerful effects that cancel attribute downgrades and nullify element disadvantages. Canceling attribute downgrades is really powerful right now. Support allies while when they're prevented from switching. Yeah, like I said, targeted counter to Namek Goku. When an ally is prevented from switching, seal your opponent's Rising Rush and all enemy main abilities. This can help prevent your characters from getting locked in and then suddenly KO'd by a Rising Rush or Ultimate Arts. What character is that good against? I wonder. He is blue. Huh. Okay. It's a little unexpected for me. I think blue is a good color just because blue is not a very good color overall right now. But I was just more so expecting him to be red because of how much of a targeted counter this guy looks to be versus Namek Goku. Right? I thought they were just going to go like all in on this guy being like the Namek Goku killer. And he still is going to be good against Goku, but I was expecting him to be red because obviously it's, you know, they're targeting Namek Goku with this character. But blue is good because blue is just not a very good color just in the game right now. Android powerful opponent in movies, so he is on 3 like actual teams. Although androids, yeah, we'll see. The thing with androids is they also are giving us the second Gamma unique equip tomorrow. So, you know, that's like 2 good additions to androids, and then we also have Ultra Cell, who's still decent, and then we have the 14 and 15 1% sparking who are coming out. So like all of a sudden androids could actually be pretty good. Is this a blast character? No, looks like he's gonna be strike. Movies powerful opponent or android. Yeah, 38% strike defense, and then 38% of blast defense, and then strike defense by 18%. Here's the problem with this. If we're talking about specifically the androids team, androids has always been a blast team. It's been a blast team forever. Actually, it hasn't been. I have this guy pulled up just because he's the most recent LF, and I'm gonna compare this guy to 13 in a second here. But let me actually just see. I am pretty sure androids has never been a strike team. I don't think it's been strike ever. All right, let's see. Let's go to androids here. Has it ever been a strike team? I don't think so. Right? These technically were blast characters. This purple cell, I guess, was a strike character, but yeah, this team has from the dawn of time. this has been a blast team. So I think, and plus we know that the Gammas are getting their equip. They're a blast character. Ultra Cell is like the best android right now. He's a blast character. So the fact that it's looking like this guy is going to be strike because of the way that his Z ability is here. I don't really know how well he's going to fit on androids. They could do the thing, which I like, where they just give him even stats and you could just run him on both teams or all 3 teams. That would be nice, but we'll see. Oh, no blast armor. 15% damage for 15 counts is pretty good though on both of these. No blast armor is, he's got to have blast armor when he revives. There's no way. He's gotta. This is one of the, I actually didn't bring this up when talking about this guy in my top 10 video. That is a huge weakness of this character is no blast armor. Like blast armor is just, you basically are just, like you're expected to just have that as a top tier character. So, yeah. Blue card, get a total boost. Oh, they're actually including... Oh, this is cool. They're including, like, these images now on the site. Okay. Get a total boost of 130% to special move damage if the enemy is Goku as well as Super Saiyan. Okay. Massive damage and activation draws a special art... Oh, he does a green. Okay. Twice. 40% special move damage. Also, if enemy is Super Saiyan and Goku, 90% blue card damage. And then he reduces enemy ki by 80. And it's a ranged blue. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's a lot of damage. The green. Remember, you're going to draw this with the blue twice. On activation, you'll nullify attribute downgrades and normal conditions and even cancel enemy buff effects. Plus, if the enemy is Goku, you'll inflict all enemies with sub counts. Okay, so you could lock in with this. On activation, draws 1 card, ki plus 30, 10 counts of attribute downgrade and normal condition nullification, which is nice because it's, you know, every character essentially right now has cost debuffing. Cancels enemies buff effects. Also, if enemy is Goku, all enemy sub counts plus 3. On hit, enemy Dragon Balls. Oh, it's a wait, is this a ranged green? I actually don't remember what his animations look like, but this looks to me like a ranged green because there's no blast armor on this. Yeah, it's got to be a ranged green, right? Because it's the same as this. Yeah, so he actually has a ranged blue and a ranged green. Okay. I like ranged greens. The only thing you got to be careful with is like 99% of the time they're long animations. So let's just, you know, keep that in mind. Main ability, destroy 2 of your own cards and draw special arts and a special move arts. So he's going to draw a green and a blue, which is cool because you fill up or you make space in your hand to draw these. 20% health, 30 key, ally health restoration plus 15%, all enemy arts cost plus 15 for 15 counts. Okay, seems, you know, it's pretty basic, but this is good. I like drawing a green and a blue here. You can actually use the main ability to, like, if you're fighting a Goku, you can use the main ability, draw a green, lock in Goku with this, then hit Goku with 130% damage blue card here. That's pretty good. All right, starter ability, get a big damage boost against enemy Goku that are Super Saiyan. If Goku is an enemy battle member, you'll even increase the damage all enemies receive. If you're defeated, you'll revive and transform into Fusion Android 13. Okay, so he starts with 20% unique gauge, 260% damage. Damage against Super Saiyan and Goku enemy, plus 40%. I guess this means this has to be both of these. Like, it can't just be... Right, it's a Goku who is a Super Saiyan. It's not like just any tag Super Saiyan and any Goku, right? I'm pretty sure. Because it says boost against enemy Goku that are Super Saiyan. Yeah, so this is specifically against Super Saiyan Goku, so basically just NAMEK Goku, right? Damage guard 180%, which is a little low. Key recovery plus 50%, also a little bit low. Revive and transform into Fusion 13 with 70% HP. And then allied damage plus 20%. So this is just baseline. Like, there's no condition on this support. He's just supporting the team. Yeah, we are starting to see more of this. Just like characters that aren't support characters that are just buffing the team. That's exactly what this guy does, right? This guy's just buffing. He's like, this is not a support character, but he's giving like massive support here. Because yeah, like this guy's 90% cure recovery. He's got 190% damage guard. No draw speed, huh? No draw speed on this guy. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to pick up some of the stuff when he revives, but we'll see. If an enemy battle member is Goku, unique gauge plus 20%, seal enemy special/special move arts for 15 counts as a starter ability. So you're sealing NAMEK Goku's AoE green for the first, like, 2 priorities, basically. All enemy damage received plus 30%. I don't how does this work? This is like, I mean, I'm dating myself with this one, but like, this is like rosé. Red rosé has this. Is this the same thing? I mean, it's not going to be worded the same, but where is this? Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. Yeah, this does not say attribute downgrade. Battle begins. I'm just trying to think, is this going to be uncancelable? Because if you could just remove this with like a main ability or a green card, it's not going to be that impactful. But if this is just a permanent effect that's up for the entire fight and you can't remove this, you can't cleanse this, that's pretty significant, because this 30% damage received debuff, that's a separate calculation from just your normal damage. So this could be really impactful if it can't be removed. Activate powerful effects based on the level of your unique gauge, like special cover change, nullification, or key protection. When you use a strike, blast, or special arts, returning to standby will restore allies' health, and if the enemy uses an ultimate or awakened arts while Android 13 is in the battlefield, protect allies by reducing the enemy's arts power. So far, he's kind of sounding like Blue 17 a little bit. On enemy character confrontation, that's the same thing as this Goku right here, where he gets type neutral for a few counts. Draw 1 card, 20 key, type neutral defensively. Enemies draw speed -2. And seal enemy blast arts. This is the reverse. That's gonna... Okay. I mean, you guys don't, like, for those of you who know, you know. You don't have to wait for me to pull this guy up. It's the reverse of this. Seal enemy strike arts every time when faced with an enemy. The sealed arts cannot be used for 2 timer counts. It's the same thing. Literally, it's just for blast cards. For those of you who played when this guy was out, you'll know how annoying this is. I think it's slightly worse or slightly less effective on blast cards. And the reason why is because when you conceal strikes like this, you can just very safely go for tackles, and the opponent either has to just predict you going for the tackle and go with the blast, or they have to simply vanish your tackle because they can't counter your tackle with the strike card. The strike is sealed, right? That's why I think sealing strikes is probably a bit more effective typically, but this is also going to be annoying because I could see, because this is when faced with an enemy, aka on confrontation, the opponent is comboing this 13. He goes into another character and like wants to continue the combo with a blast card. He forgets the seal. He presses the blast card and it's sealed and he drops the combo because of it. That's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen many, many, many times. Draw speed -2 is also decently effective. I mean, it's a little bit quick. It's 3 counts, but this, it's not bad, right? Let's just think about this. The enemy's comboing you, they swap out. Typically, characters draw a card when they swap in, but then the next card after that, they're going to have to kind of like overcome this. I get to this being effective, yeah. And then he's going to be type neutral as well. On strike / blast / special arts used based on unique gauge level 1 time. Resets on switch. Level 1 plus cover null for 5. Okay, so yeah, good. I read this and I'm like, is he not going to have cover null just like base? Okay, he is though. Because all you need is level 1 for cover null for 5 counts. And it's when you use a card, which I actually do like this more than just having it on entry, because this allows you to lead with this character and you're not really gonna like waste your cover null from just trying to get priority in the beginning of the fight. As soon as you get priority with the first card, that's when your cover null starts, and you can actually combo with the character for a little bit. So this is good. Level 2. Okay, here's his draw speed. He needs to have level 2 gauge for draw speed. Not great. Again, I don't really know how hard it's going to be to get the level 2, but again, not a good precedent with Evolution Blue Vegeta. Level 3 protect key for 5 counts. Okay. When hit by enemy arts once, destroy entire enemy hand, enemy key -100, seal all enemy main abilities. You know what this is? This is Blue Beerus. This is this guy. Pretty sure it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same exact thing, actually. Reduce key by 70. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Destroys the hand, reduces key. He has no switching. 13 has seal main. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's like the one-time disrupt. This is a pretty strong effect, though. It pretty much just gives you a free pass for 1 combo. On return to standby, 30 key, ally health plus 10%, cancel ally abnormal conditions. Wow. This is strong. Yeah, this is strong. Okay. That is something that I'm going to hope that he maintains after reviving. This is like when I'm looking at this character and I'm like, what does this guy do that's special? It's this so far, and it's this. This is really good. When not defeated, an ally is prevented from switching 3 times. Enemy key -40, seal enemy rising rush, and seal all enemy main abilities. Yeah, I mean, that's just the NAMEK Goku counter, right? Who else is sealing? Or who else is locking right now? I don't really think anybody, right? Majin Vegeta, his activates on a ultimate anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. Is there anybody else who's locking? Kefla doesn't lock. None of these guys lock. No locking. Yeah, not really. That's it. It's kind of just NAMEK Goku, right? Yeah. That's relevant right now. When on standby, an enemy activates Ultimate Awaken, Arts, or Rising Rush, subcount -4, and then power -30%. Okay, good. This is what Metal Cooler was missing. Metal Cooler is a character that's completely designed around being able to take these big hits and revive. That's the entire purpose behind the character. He does not have built-in subcount reduction, which is like craziness. So I'm happy they at least gave this guy subcount. I mean, it's, 4 is not exactly insane when we're talking about characters like Green Saiyan Saga Vegeta, who has -7, but I'll take this over nothing. I'll certainly take this over nothing. Special cover change against blasts, which, okay, we can just take a quick look at his teams here. Let me just go to 13 because these are going to be the teams that he has too. The new character. Let's delete this. Let's go Android. I guess he'd be on Fusion Warrior. The problem with Fusion Warrior with this 13 is he's a transforming character. So he's not, I hate that they do this in this game. This guy is not going to be a Fusion Warrior until he revives. And then once he revives, he will then gain the Fusion Warrior tag. So I'm not really going to consider him a Fusion Warrior, but he technically is half of a Fusion Warrior. And then we'll go movies. So what was I going to look at here? Cover changes. I mean, movies doesn't really have any like super relevant characters right now, but yeah, I mean, if you want to use Metal, he has a strike cover change, Beast Gohan's a strike cover change, so that's, yeah, it's fine. So Blast is good. Android, Cell is a blast cover. The Gammas are a blast cover. Yeah, so actually this is not good for the Androids team because the Androids already have mostly blast covers, so it would have been nice to get a strike cover on this team, but... And then this Blue 17 is a blast cover. Yeah, okay. Powerful opponent. We have a straight cover with full power Frieza. Vegeta is both, depending on which, kind of like side of the transformation he's on. Cell is blast. Metal Cooler strike. Demon King Piccolo strike. Hit is both. Yeah, I mean, it's fine for powerful, but it's actually like this is not good for androids. Like you want to have a team with multiple different kinds of cover changes. This unique gauge is evolve type. Consume it to level it up to level 3. When you return to standby with a full unique gauge, it will be consumed and you'll support your allies. Okay, so all you have to do is just switch when you have the full gauge. I don't know, how good is that? Because they're telling you to get a full gauge and switch twice at least to get this, right? Because you start at level 1. You fill it up and you switch for the first time. That gets it to level 2. And then the next time you swap in, you fill it up and you switch again to level 3. And then on the third entry of the character, he's going to have this. I mean, it sounds easy, but it's not that easy. So. When unique gauge becomes full... Actually, how does it charge? Moderately? Have we ever seen this wording before? Moderately. Moderately. I don't think we've ever seen that wording for a unique gauge charge. Moderately. Each time an arts is used. Moderately. Yeah, I don't think we've seen that before. I actually have no idea how fast that is. It's definitely faster than slowly, right? I mean, slowly, moderately, rapidly, very rapidly, I think is what it usually is. I don't know. When unique gauge becomes full, nullify special cover changes for 5 counts, sub counts on switch -2. Oh, okay, so he lowers his own sub count here. So that can synergize well with this. Ally sub counts -3. That's interesting. So you combo with this guy, get the full gauge up, get cover null, and then you can swap out fast to get cover null with another character. On return to standby with full unique gauge. Wow. He's supporting all like this guy is like, in terms of his design, he really does remind me of Blue 17. Draws 2 cards. Key plus 20, ally health plus 5%, ally damage plus 30% for 20 counts. So when you swap out with this character and you have a full unique gauge, he's giving 60 ki. Oh, sorry, 50. He's giving 50 ki. He's healing the entire team by 15%, drawing 2 cards, giving 30% damage support, and he's cleansing debuffs. I guess it's only abnormal conditions. It's not attribute. If this was attribute downgrades, it would be insane. But I'm looking at the healing. I'm looking at the healing here. I want to see what moderately is. Right, because like we have other characters, like Super Gogeta has the same type of gauge where it fills up when you use cards, but his is just Charge's unique gauge. Is Charge's own unique gauge faster than moderately? I feel like moderately should be faster, right? Moderately is a very neutral word. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, then you'll see he gains Fusion Warrior here, which I think is so stupid. Absorption doesn't matter. The only thing Absorption would matter for is equipment, I guess. But it doesn't really matter. Especially does not matter for this character because he's not even able to utilize Absorption before he revives anyway. So, okay, this has armor. They don't have it written here, though. Wait, what? What does this? Yeah, so this one does not have blast armor. But then when he revives, he gets it. Okay. After fusing, you'll even nullify endurance. Other than that, it looks like it's the same. By the way, let me scroll back up here. The blue card effect that has you draw a green card doesn't say that these are shared between pre and post transformation. So you technically should be able to draw up to 4 greens from using blues, because you could do it twice before transforming and then twice after transforming. Usually they specify if it's shared. Where are we here? Yeah, and then he gets this on activation, nullify endurance. Okay. But yeah, this is another ranged blue, right? So he's got a ranged blue that nullifies endurance. That's what this is, right? Is it? Actually, maybe it's not. No, I don't think it is. I think because this is the first time they've actually done that. Okay, so let me actually re-evaluate what I've said here. This is I'm pretty sure these are both melee, actually. I think the blue and the green pre and post transformation are all melee. They used to say blast armor on activation, but I think they've just replaced that wording with this. I think this yellow thing here is supposed to represent blast armor, right? Because like instead of them just typing the wording out here, that's what this means. I mean, it makes sense that there's 2 arrows. Like, yeah, this is so these are both melees with blast armor. That's why this strike here. That's why this has this instead of them writing blast armor. I mean, they literally tell us it has blast armor, but it's not actually described here. They've replaced that description with this illustration here. So this is blast armor. This blue card is a melee blue with blast armor. And then this green is also a melee green with blast armor. So all greens and blues on this character are melee with blast armor. On hit, increase the damage all enemies receive. Activation draws a card, key plus 30. Yeah, it's the same thing. This is the only new part of this. Is all enemies get Increase damage received. Main ability, seal your opponent's Rising Rush and boost the Rising Rush damage of allies by a massive 50%. That's permanent. Uncancelable. Draws a blue, 25% health, 50 key, this, and then seal enemy Rising Rush for 5 counts. This is really strong for Proud. And the reason why is because Proud is like almost always determined by who does more damage. So if you just have, like, dude, this is actually like, this is exactly what BLU 17 had, because BLU 17 increases Rising Rush damage by 70%. And then this guy's basically doing the same thing. It's, I mean, it's only 50, but this is like essentially a BLU 17 type of character here we're working with. Ally Rising Rush damage plus 50%. That's a lot. After transforming into Fusion Android 13, you'll gain permanent boosts to damage inflicted and damage guard. The unique gauge's max level will also increase to level 5, giving you access to effects that cancel attribute downgrades and nullify element disadvantages. On transformation, damage plus 40% and damage guard plus 20%. Okay, so he's going to be at 200% damage guard. Let me just double check here. Yeah, he's going to be at 200% damage guard because it's this plus 20. And then he's getting 40% damage. This goes up to 300. Plus he's still, like, this is still carrying over the support because it's uncancelable start a fight. So it's going to be at 320. And then if the opponent is using NAMEK Goku, he's going to be at 360. Plus you also have this. Okay. On enemy confrontation, I assume most of this is going to be the same. Draws a card, 20 key. Yep. This is the same. On strike slash blast slash special arts use based on unique gauge level. Cover null, draw speed, protect key. Cancel attribute downgrades, nullify element disadvantages. So type neutral. This is cancelable type neutral, but it's still type neutral for 5 counts, which is good. I mean, you know, green is still strong. So if you're, you know, with this character switched in, he's blue. You're going up against like full power Frieza or green Vegeta or Kefla or something like that. You don't have to worry about the type disadvantage. I mean, unless you go for a big attack because the Frieza deletes buffs, right? This one, cancel attribute downgrades. It would have been nice if he canceled attribute downgrades, but then also subsequently gave himself like 5 counts of nullification. Because what's going to happen with this is, I think what they want you to do is combo with somebody else. Let's just say you're comboing like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. You swap into this guy. You've built up like, I don't know, 3 stacks of the cost increase debuff. You use a strike card. You cleanse yourself of the debuff. And then you can start attacking again. The only problem with this is that first card that you use, you're still afflicted with the debuffs, right? Because it says on strike, blast, special arts use. So that first strike card or blast card or green card that you're going to use with this character is still going to cost like 50 key, right? I don't know how much I like this. This one, yeah, I don't know. This is good. When hit by enemy arts, unique gauge plus 20%. Oh, really? So you just stack that forever, every time you get hit. It's like Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta a little bit. This is the same. When not defeated, an ally is prevented from switching. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same. Wait, is it? Yeah, no, it's the same. Yeah, this is the anti-lock-in mechanic. And then this is the same as well. Oh, okay. He gets a strike cover change. Okay, so okay, you know what? I'm okay with this. He has both cover changes. It's fine. Yeah, I would have preferred if it was swapped. If the pre-revival one had strike and this guy had blast, that would have made a little bit more sense to me, just in terms of the logistics of him being on these different teams. But if he's got both, it's fine. And then I assume the unique gauge is fine. The same. The unique gauge's max level is now level 5. That doesn't actually change this part though. It just changes the top part. Yeah, this is all the same. Charge rate is the same. Everything else is the same. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. I like it. He seems pretty good. The only thing that seems a little questionable to me is his card draw speed condition is really bad. I mean, it's not really bad, but it's not good. Right? He doesn't start with card draw speed. He draws a card here when he enters, which, you know, whatever. No card draw speed here, and then he has to fill the gauge up, swap out, and then swap back in to get level 1 card draw speed. I guess the good thing about this is the gauge level will carry over once he revives. So it's not like you get to level 3 pre-revive, he dies, and you have to start at level 1 again. Like, you get to level 3 when he dies the first time, and you're starting at level 3 once he revives. So that's fine, but I really don't like this card draw speed condition. The only other thing I guess I would say is this is a little low, the sub count reduction for himself. You can combo it, of course, with the sub count reduction that he gets on the unique gauge chart filling up. I don't know why they decided to limit this to, like, this should have just been permanent. Or I guess not permanent, but just until he swaps out, right? Because you could definitely find yourself in a position with this character where he gets the unique gauge filled up, and you're like swapped in long enough to where this just expires, because this is only up for 10 counts. So this should have just been until swap out is what it should have been. But I don't know if I have like major concerns here. Maybe defensively he could be a little squishy. I mean, he doesn't really have crazy, like, it's just this one-time disrupt, right? And then it's people just like kind of not remembering that he has the blast seal and getting fooled by this. I think he should be good. I mean, he's healing a lot. He's supporting. He's got the second life mechanic. He's got the power down. He's got the anti no switching abilities. I feel like he should be pretty good. I think in terms of this guy starting off buffs for 3 teams that all need help, androids, powerful opponent, and sagas from the movies, I think this is a decent start. I mean, this guy's not going to drop here and change the landscape of the game, right? This guy's not dropping and it's like, oh, dude, androids is now all of a sudden like a huge threat. Or, oh, dude, sagas from the movies, you're going to run this guy next to Metal Cooler and Beast Gohan, and this team's going to be crazy. Like, no, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe for powerful opponent. We'll see. I mean, full power Frieza can do that. I mean, he's just that good. But in terms of movies and androids, this guy's not kind of able to resurrect those tags by himself. But I think this is a good start. I think this is, like, if they continue this down through October and they give us a few more good movies characters, maybe, like, I don't know how they'd fit an android in, but they could do like one more android somehow. And now we're talking movies all of a sudden is going to be a good team. And I think androids could be decent. Remember, androids also getting the Gamma Platinum or unique equip. So we will see. Let me know what you guys think of LF Android 13, his kit here. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.